pull up, pull up.
What's up, YouTube? Zilch here again. As is customary, once every blue moon, I'm inclined to make a video every now and then about some flying shit. So here we are in the McCauliffe system, which is the third mission in Wing Commander, assuming you're on the winning path. So, unlike the beloved Falcon 3.0, 4.0, and some of the others, Wing Commander had a branching campaign system. So depending how you did, depending on the outcomes of certain missions, you'd go on either a winning path or a losing path, and there was a whole series of if-thens, depending on how many victory points you had, which was like, did you escort the Drayman out? Or did you destroy the enemy Corvette? And if you had enough victory points, then you'd advance the winning path, and you didn't, you'd start losing, and right up until the last minute, there was a chance to recover and get back on a winning path and still win the overall campaign, right? So you can maximize a number of missions you play by kind of gaming the win and loss conditions, so not everybody plays the same even number of missions when they play this through, depending how things go. So with that in mind, let's continue on the winning path, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. Excuse me a second. That's Iceman at night over there. That's a darn reliable pilot, solid shot, steady flyer, not flashy at all. He's sort of a craftsman. Gets the job done though. Iceman though, he's an artist. Best pilot on the Tiger's Claw. Well, I have something to say about that, but lives to fly and fight, totally ruthless and completely deadly. Some of the pilots say he's got Freon for blood. At least that's where I got the call sign. Zilch, they call me Iceman. Don't let night fool you. Sim, the Scimitar, is a gun-heavy slug. I agree. Forget finesse, just head straight in, guns blaring. Give me a ship that takes skill. A Raptor, even a Hornet. I agree on the Hornet thing. Or one of those new Rapiers. If half of what they say is true, the Rapier is a true artist ship. I agree. The Rapier in this game is the new hotness. It hasn't yet been deployed. Zilch, right? I'm Knight. Welcome to the Blue Devils. Ever flown Scimitars before? I think you're going to like them. Scimitar isn't quite as fast or as nimble as a Hornet, but she's got twice the armor, as well as heavier guns. And she handles like a Centarian mud pig. Iceman here will tell you that speed and handling will save your butt, but I'll take an extra 3 centimeters of Duracell plating any day. Yeah, let me tell you, if you've seen my channel before, I'm definitely on Team Iceman here. I'm all about the speed and handling, nose-pointing authority, if you want to call it that, in my Sims. Keys to kills, or kills to sortie is pretty high. Alright, still got our medals. Let's go to Mission 3, McCauliffe system. This is McCauliffe 1. Mission briefing, McCauliffe system. Alright, then Beta Wing will be led by Zilch. Paladin will be flying his wing. And I cannot tell you how I'm looking forward to it, Colonel. Right. Since we jumped into the McCauliffe system just a few hours ago, we're still running preliminary patrols. Zilch will be flying a 4-point route, checking several potential jump points. Here's your flight plan. Just fly the nav points. Long-range scanners indicate some speed. We have a reason to believe this might be especially careful in that area. Any questions? Alright then. Delta Wing is Iceman and Angel. No questions. Let's get to work. Dismissed. That's the Scimitar, which in the universe at the time of this game is pretty old. There's nothing horribly wrong with it. It just ain't great. It doesn't have any, I almost said it doesn't have a ton of advantages, but that's also true of the X-Wing, and the X-Wing is just awesome. This thing it's just slow, doesn't really turn horribly well. Oh, I wanted to mention too, those guys, that cutscene where after the briefing while they run to the fighters. I think, I think one of those, they're rotoscoping. I think one of them is, at least the feet. I think is Chris Roberts. I think it's been a minute since I learned about that. Now you know something you don't really care. All right. So what I'm gonna do is try and kill everything. So I'm gonna keep Paladin kind of close by. So I'm not gonna have him break an attack unless there's a reason for it. So I've already got one kill. Well, count this chicken before he's hatched here. Switch the shields are down. Let's get the heat seeker. Boom. Yikes! So these mass driver cannon, I think the range is 3,000 meters as opposed to the previous weapon, the laser cannon, which had 5,000. They do more damage, but they suck more energy. And the rate of fire is higher, as you can see. Oh, if that energy is charged up, this magazine, you can just, if you dump it and you hit every shot head on these Dralthy, you probably kill it. The thing I like least about them is they sound like a rubber band on a shoebox. Dun, dun, dun. Does that sound like menacing to you? Sound like a weapon of war? You know, whatever. They get the job done. One sound I really like in this game, I mean, mostly all of them, but when the enemy shields are down, and I remember playing this first, there's a difference in sound between when you hit a shield and strike the hull. And, you know, 10, 11-year-old me is like, whoa, there's a different sound. There's, you know, whatever. But the sound of the guns ripping into the enemy hull, it's got that nice snap to it, like, whoosh. At least on the Sound Blaster. If you use the Roland or something else, they sound like. I like that kind of deep percussive snap pop. I freaking hate mines. Yeah, if I use Afterburner in here, it's pretty much game over. And again, I seem to remember back in the day playing this, being judicious with the Afterburner may actually be a little beneficial. There we go. So the mines suck because I don't think you can shoot them down, and they're magnetic. So if you get close enough to them, they start veering toward you, which is why the Afterburner at just the right time. If they start moving toward you and you Afterburn, I don't think they can angle into you. They just kind of can't turn tight enough to keep up. Excuse me. Oh, sorry guys, I've got a cough. Salty. That's the closest one. You made the mistake of being in the wrong place, buddy. I'm trying to give him a few shots in the face, Afterburn up above his head, and then kind of swing back around and pump his guts. Give him the guts. I don't think that's what that means. But, matter of fact, it is the best VH offer. I'm the player character, bitch. I didn't even hit this guy yet. Oh, come on, you Yeah, it's classic gaming dilemma, the trade-off between offense and defense. Oh, you what? You want to talk shit? Here, have a missile in your tailpipe. Splash one cat. Da 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 da. So you can autopilot from that point to that point, or you can just go straight and fly them in real time. Let's see, my fuel, I got about three quarters of the thing. All right, mission successful. 40,000 clicks. I don't think I'm gonna write that up. All right, request landing. You know, I love that Terran Confederation kind of that green and gray, green and white, whatever you want to call it, paint scheme that they all have. I don't know, it's just kind of stuck out when I first saw it. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's distinctive. The graphic artist who did that, unfortunately, she died a few years ago, if I remember correctly. It was all her concept, the green and gray. Anyway, she passed away. Got away pretty clean, sir. Debrief. Up late, as always. Well flown, Zilch. You handled those flea bags like an old pro, almost like you played this game before. Many times. Thanks, sir. Having excuse me, Paladin on my wing made it easy. Now, lady, don't brag on me, and the girl will start expecting more from me. So let's go over the mission report. Use Craig 6 Skilrathi, and Paladin came up empty. That's all. Dismissed. Alright, so I'm going to save it. I'm going to make a cut here, and probably keep playing. Because the next mission, there's a Kilrathi Ace, if I remember correctly. And I think it's an escort mission. So stick around. Watch the next one if you want. We're going to continue down the winning path. So my goal is to shoot down all the aces, save all my wingmen, keep them alive, and win every mission, every condition. And I know what you're saying if you're familiar with this game. Kurosawa 2. You can't do it. That's bullshit. My brother and I used to do it all the time. It's possible. You can do it, as long as it doesn't bug. It's a pain in the ass. It's probably going to take several attempts, but when we get to it, I'll explain it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and good hunting out there.